Generals, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to League of Legends. This is going to be something very special. This is LoLSummoner, but it is LoLSummoner on OCE.
What?
Yay! So I am Owner's Machine of the General Gentleman.
Scwizmar from Qdale.
And so as we are about to find out, as usual, the names in OCE, that they look like they're from immature 14-year-olds.
Because they are.
They pretty much are.
Probs are.
So somehow these immature 14-year-olds with these silly names managed to get into like Platinum or Challenger or whatever the hell it is, but that's okay.
Diamond Teemo, that's what you want, Diamond Teemo.
Yeah, so on the blue team, on the left side, we do have M for Moon, repping the Lucian, adept as the Cassiopeia, not someone you see a lot, which is pretty cool. Bad Luck, Bad Tuck, as the Elise. Mex Hunter in all caps is our teamer, and lastly Champlu as the Nami.
Yes, red on the red side we got CH Wongza as the Vide, who's jungling. We got M Methydus playing
actually,
top lane Nasus.
M for Moon running past the team.
Getting caught.
Actually, there was a bit of an issue. Oh no.
Oh, this is not gonna go good for you.
M for Moon looking like a bit of trouble here. There's no Wither though for Methys, and he's gonna go for a dive. What is he doing? I think he was trying to execute himself, but definitely not a good position to do so.
He's definitely gonna execute himself.
Yeah, I mean, what do we expect? We did an OCE game. We should have knew this was coming.
Yes, this is our diamonds, everybody. This is our diamonds.
So this is definitely a flop and a half for N for Moon.
It's a great start for red team. Anyway, back to the calling the names out. We got Nasus, MDHS playing Nasus top lane, who's already on a good start. We got Insongji playing Orianna in the mid lane. We got Nephius, who is the Ezreal and I Will Jinx You as Karma support. So great to see a Karma support, isn't it?
Something we may see a lot more now recently since the new sort of patch where the supports get a lot more gold, because Karma's just sort of a awkward balance between utility and sort of damage. Like, she doesn't really have anything in particular. That's why you never really saw her as a support previously. You never really saw her as a carry. But now that supports have a lot of gold, she can probably still do a fair bit of damage despite having her utility.
Yes, she will probably,
man.
Since Orianna and Karma are both like orientated around like that support, mage, utilities kind of champion build, it's going to be interesting who scales into utility or damage more. Will it be Karma or will it be Orianna? I believe Orianna will go into the damage more and the cooldown reduction, while Karma will go more into the utility, more into the shields, and still that poke harass kind of complex she always has since she got that spell thief blade first.
Yeah, I quite like this bottom lane here. As we saw previously in that engagement, just the engaged potential of Nami and Lucian is nuts there. I mean, if Nami lands the Acro Prism, the follow-up damage from Lucian is just nuts there with the abilities. Actually, Mex Hunter's getting pretty low here, getting caught by a Vigang with a double buff there. So, fortunately, Move Quick is great at escaping, but there isn't really any sort of CC apart from that Blinding Dart to sort of prevent any more auto attacks.
No, his range is the strongest thing. He has to keep using that blinding rage. But Nasus was just getting choked.
Bad luck here to party here. Lands the Cocoon, and look at that Miasma. There's going to be a lot of damage. Twin Fangs picking that one up there.
Just disappeared off the map, Orianna. That was great engage by Elise right there.
Well, actually, no, the kill went on to on Bad Luck, but the thing is with Cassiopeia is if you sort of land one of those poisons, you can just do so much damage on the Twin Fangs that has like basically no cooldown. You can just spam it. And so that's kind of the hard thing. It actually can be hard to land those poisons if you know, your opponent is actually playing pretty well, being very active and stuff. But if you do land there, you're rewarded by just spamming the hell out of your abilities. Twin Fang especially.
Yeah, it's not too bad even getting that kill onto Bad Luck Tuck, since he's the only tanky champion essentially on their team. He can get whoa, where's that Aqua Prism?
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a gank here. Another one from Bad Luck here. Can he land the Cocoon? That's what's going to matter. He Why will Jinx you having to flash out of that one? That would have been an easy kill otherwise.
Yeah, he also just walked past a Ezreal, so I don't know what he did about that. I would have gone for the Ezreal. It was an easy target right in front of him, but that too much reliability into his skill shots into the warded brush onto the I Will Jinx You, so risk taken.
Yeah. I mean, Ezreal, you know, Nephis did actually still have the flash and the barrier, but still it is more of a valuable target to get. And Aqua Prism missed again. So as we can see, Karma actually has a fair bit of harassment there with the Inner Flame. If she kind of combos it with her Mantra, it can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, as well as it stays in that little circle and it explodes again, doing even more damage.
As if you've got the Mantra, isn't it?
Yeah, that's with the mantra increase. It mainly uses between her inner flame and her tether, which it just does. It stuns the end if the tether goes the entire time with the mantra. But you don't really see too many mantra barriers. It just gives an AoE essentially.
Damage thing, yeah. So it looks like another
Especially in
gank
laning.
here from Wongza, charging up the Vault Breaker, going in though. Doesn't actually find his mark though, so Def will back off out of that one. But actually, whoa, a bit of a dive here in the bottom lane. Bad luck, got the kill, probably landing the cocoon. That's going to be a 3-man tower push here in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Elise getting 2 fabulous ganks off, one after the other. Very strong jungler we're seeing right now, and she's got 2 kills and hasn't been back once. So quite good.
Yeah, Elise is just so good. She has the cocoon, which is just an awesome sort of snare. But also the fact that she's very mobile with repel, and then also has a lot of damage when you kind of follow it up with those abilities such as, you know, volatile spiderling, venomous bite, those sort of things that can be really great at sort of those engagements.
Well, it's just like cocoon, volatile spiderling, and then Noxious poison, and it just does a lot of damage. And she swaps straight from that into her spider form, repels onto them. Skittering strikes, which all her spiders have been stacked up from using her abilities. They do more damage and then more attack speed per second from using the skittering spiders. And then she uses her venomous bites, and that's just a lot of damage right there. And when she's in a spider form, she is a bit more tankier. It's very strong for a jungle. So it's all about landing that cocoon. If she lands it, it's very sad. She can still follow it up with her repel, but not much more after that. Teemo just absolutely zoning this Nasus right now.
Yeah, good thing about Nasus, he really sort of relies on that Siphon Strike to do a lot of damage there. And with the Blinding Dart, that's going to completely negate that Siphon Strike if he kind of lands it in time.
And he has to risk that health just to actually even get the Siphoning Strike, so Teemo can auto-attack him while he's risking, and then Blinding Dart him as he gets with the Siphoning Strike, so it's just stopping those stacks from stacking up, essentially.
So there's like a 1.5 second blind, but still a fair bit. Another gank from Adept, actually, slithering down the long way without any boots, getting us seen on that ward, and that's why they've backed off there. So interesting gank there. She does have her ultimate Petrifying Gaze, which is just nuts if you can land it. It is quite hard to land, but if you do, it's an incredibly potent ability.
It's pretty much an Amumu ulti, everyone in front of you. It stuns you, but unfortunately, if you're not looking, if the target isn't looking at you, I think it slows them.
Yeah, it slows them.
But still, it's quite a mighty slow. But the stun is much more beneficial. Oh,
it also has a lot more damage as well. Like a Mumu typically is going to build tank, whereas Cassiopeia is obviously going to build a lot of fair damage. So it can do a lot of damage if you land it, even if you don't get the front on. And so it looks as though Bad Luck really wants to find a gank here, but I'm not sure if he will. I mean, both Nephis and I Will Jinx You, they're pretty far back. They're pretty safely farming. They've both got sort of long-range abilities. I mean, Nephis with his Mystic Sword can just farm really safe from a distance there. And Bad Luck has moved up into this brush now. She can land a cocoon here, actually, and that may be a kill if she gets it. But it looks as though she's going to wait for the perfect moment to strike.
Yeah, you don't want to blind that blind cocoon and
here we go. Actually found the mark onto I Will Jinx You. Knock up from the Acroprid. That's going to be a kill there. Champ Blue picking that one up there. But meanwhile, gank as well. Assault and Battery knocks up Mex Hunter here. Move quick. He's trying to save him there, but Wongza pops the flash. I'm going to pick that one up.
That was an easy kill on the team. That's going to be very beneficial to Nasus right now. Stop him getting zoned and actually get some stacks up on his Siphoning Strike. So thank you, Vi. Bottom lane, let's just recap that for a second. That was beautifully timed from Bad Luck Tuck's cocoon. When Karma left the brush and then re-entered at the same time, Brad Tuck, oh, that name, shot out the cocoon straight onto it and followed by a Vaulting Spiderling and the Neurotoxin. So, and an Aqua Prison straight from Shampulu. So
it's a lot of combo CC.
Yeah.
Actually, getting that Dragon's going to be fantastic for the blue team here. Getting a bit of a gold lead so far. Not exactly a lot. But one thing that's really cool and impressive is actually that looking at the CS in the top lane here, Mythos has 65 against the 50 of Mex Hunter's Teemo. So despite being sort of zoned, Naz has actually been farming pretty strong here. I guess he's that tanky he can. He also has the Spirit Fire, which actually surprised me. He hasn't been leveling Spirit Fire, which I thought he might have done to sort of get that really easy long distance farm.
What's he leveling?
A Wither, actually, for these ganks.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense then.
Yeah, but actually running through the brush here, backs away just in time though.
Just drop down a little mushroom there. But yeah, Vi's been spending a lot of time up top lane. She's gone up there twice now, and both times have been, well, the first time was not too bad, it just backed him off. He had to go back to the lane, and it wasn't. Nasus had a bit more like farming time, but then the second time it was very fruitful. Got a kill from it. Nasus only got an assist, but he got to push his lane out, get some more farm, and looks like CH Wongas is repositioning up and spotted out by a Mushroom. Doesn't even matter. But yeah, repositioning for another kill onto MX Hunter.
I mean, looking at the items, we do have a Tear of the Goddess here onto Cassiopeia, which is actually a very good item, because Cassiopeia is just incredibly mana intensive. You have to spend his abilities, but a bit of a gank here. Max Hunter's getting caught. Bad Luck is there, but won't be able to save him by the looks of it. Cocoon does land onto Wonga, but won't be enough. There goes his Salt and Battery. Bad Luck, Brad Tuck running for his life now. They can Swither under the tower. That's going to be cool. Repel up in the air. Can this be enough? So over the wall, but no, jumps down. Has to flash as well over the wall. Now Mythos wants to get the kill here, but can he get that one? And Ying Song has to run away. Gets caught by the Miasma. Their Twin Fang can be a powerful follow-up.
Yeah, unfortunately, Elise did a very clever plan by rappelling right near the tree line there, and they had to either have a choice of standing underneath it or go somewhere else.
Oh, Ying Song gets caught, but the Ignite may tick for the kill. Didn't quite land the frontal Petrifying Gaze, but the damage and the slow wasn't enough to pick that one up. No. And now that may even be a tower in the mid lane. It looks as though it's going to be a tower in the top lane here for the red team. Teemo back into the lane here, but not enough damage by the looks of it.
No, that leveled up Wither is very strong now, just shutting this Teemo down. He can't really attack too much, he can't really run away, but Nasus can have enough time to get up to him and get a couple of auto attacks in, and he's got more farm than him now. He's actually heading gold, I believe, besides the dragon, which went to the blue team. So it's Nasus did a pretty good job out of what he had, because he got quite countered. Yeah,
that's kind of the thing. Like the Wither seems to basically nullify the move quick, because it's a movement speed boost, sure, but it's a slow as well. So, because I'm pretty sure that the Wither will mean that the move quick is still just going to be really slow.
Yeah, it pretty much is nothing. The Wither is very strong.
So, I mean, Teemo technically has a bit of escape with a move quick, but not really when you factor in that
Wither.
The Wither, yeah. So it's sort of an interesting pick there. Like, I don't know if Teemo was a bit of a counter pick. I mean, Nasus was picked first, so it must be a bit of an engagement here. 3v3 engagement here. I will jinx, she's pretty damn low. Chamber getting a nice knock up there on the Acro Prism, and there goes the culling here. Doesn't quite find its mark that much, but now red team having to back off out of this one. Bad Luck going in for the Cocoon, who actually lands it with a Venomous Bite onto I Will Jinx You. A lot of execution damage on that one.
Yeah, I Will Jinx You got really low before that fight, so that just went poorly after then. She couldn't just keep staying with the team and getting auto attacks off and getting abilities out. And Elise just having, Bad Luck Brad just having so much more damage than pretty much their Vi.
Well, Wonga actually going in, does dodge that Vault Breaker though, but look at that, Wonga having a lot of damage taken onto him, getting pretty low, piercing low, almost picked that one up. Repel going in, wants the kill there, because again, Venomous Bite, getting the execute, but Nephis will pick that one up.
Yeah, it was a good shutdown. Whoa, Nasus out of nowhere, must have teleported, I believe.
Yeah, teleported into the team here, and with a Wither, he's completely wrecking M for Moon. That was a nice Acro Prism Barrier, and Relentless Pursuit may secure the escape here though. Mystic Shot picks that one up though.
That's a pretty risky barrier right then. There was no damage was nullified from that barrier, but he's just left Mex Hunter up top by Nasus coming down, and that red will probably be going to the dog, and Cass coming in to investigate.
Yeah, that Wither is just so crazy. You can really secure those kills. And leveling up is actually something you don't see a lot, but it seems to really pay off, especially when you combo it with that teleport. It means you can sort of bring that Wither into the bottom lane, you know, and the damage, and just be a real machine.
It just really makes the potency of the attack speed and movement speed decrease more, essentially. So it wrecks that Teemo, it can wreck other auto attack champions such as Bad Luck Tuck or even Lucian.
Well, another Wither here. Depth getting pretty low there. Siphon Strike is quite powerful, but just look at the damage here from Mythos, and he's got that lifesteal. It was even nerfed in the latest patch, so it's just still quite a fair bit. The other thing as well, keep in mind, there is the Megatron Cloak there, so he's taking a lot less damage than he would normally. Gets caught by the Cocoon though, but not enough damage there from Bad Luck, Bad Tuck. He's level 10, so he's a real tanky powerhouse here.
Yes, there's 4 champions on the blue team which are dealing a high amount of magic damage compared to physical damage. So that Negatron Cloak is a good pickup along with... Oh, no, he's turned it into...
Tidal Wave goes in. That's going to secure the kill. M for Moon gets that one there. I mean, keep in mind, we see Sorcerer's Shoes and a Haunting Guise on basically all of those 3 AP champions, the Teemo, Ezreal, and Cassiopeia. So, yes, they do have a lot of magic resist, which magic damage can be nullified by magic resist, but they have so much magic pen, it won't even matter anyway.
No, so I think stacking health would be a bit more of a better idea, since they are going through your magic armor, and I think they're just really looking to burst you down or do as much damage as they possibly can with their short amount of like low scalings essentially. But Orianna getting her Grail, so she's stealing a lot.
Mex Hunter stands no chance. He may have to flash over the wall. There we go. But Wongza will follow him. No mana though, and without no mana, Wongza can't really chase that well. I mean, Teemo did slow him down with a Shroom there, but actually in the bottom lane, a bit of an engagement around the Dragon. Dragon got picked up by the blue team, and then we did see oh yeah, the Dragon, yeah. And actually, Duel of Jinxie gets caught by that. That's going to be follow-up there. Nefert is looking pretty strong on full health against a pretty low blue team. But look at the damage there. The Twin Fang just doing so much follow-up damage after the poison lands.
It's about 5 Twin Fangs I counted then that got in through the poison. So it's just followed by the Q explosions, followed by the Twin Fangs. So it's the extra movement speed she's gaining to catch up with her target, and then get that damage off and just have to catch up and just relive that damage over and over again.
And Miasma slows, so it's hard to escape those Twin Fangs. It's actually pretty deadly, but that is the thing, it can be hard to land. You've got to make sure that you then land it on the right champion. I mean, if you poison, you know, Nasus, well, you don't want to Twin Fang him, you want to Twin Fang Ezreal, but you can't because he's not poisoned. So Cassiopeia, I think, is definitely a very challenging champion to play. And so, back on that subject before, I mean, the thing is, like, if red team gets too much magic resist, you got to keep out for Moon. He's going to have a lot of damage here. He does have the Triforce already. He's going to be pretty deadly in these team fights.
Yeah, he's looking quite bursty. It's just quite like, get a shot out, get an auto attack followed after, and just keep following up with damage. So he's relying on his enemy to hold him down for him. Oh, but that tidal wave calling from Nami is quite powerful on Lucian. He can get the gap closer, get the auto attack, it slows them. He can throw out his Transcending Blaze and get the movement speed from it, and keep following with a lot of damage from his Tune Force in between each spell, along with his Light Slinger, which is his passive. So it's a lot of damage coming out from him.
I think it was about 4 abilities wrong.
Oh, man.
Everything, it was just incorrect.
Everything was incorrect?
Yeah.
At least I tried.
But that's okay, because look at that flash over the Miasma. No, just the ability names. I mean, what you were saying was spot on, but yeah, that's the thing with those champions, like, their names, they're so sort of like...
It's a lot to think of, everyone.
Exactly, it is. And so Wonga charging up the Vault Breaker there, but into the Cocoon. And look at the damage here from Bad. Like, Shockwave actually knocks up Adept, and here comes Mex Hunter doing a fair bit of poison damage there, though. But I just think Teemo doesn't really have the damage here. I just don't like the Teemo pick. I really don't think it's worth it.
No, he does not have the damage. He just has auto attacks and has to keep up. His shrooms his actual auto attacks and the dots from it.
Oh, look at that. That's a nice petrifying gaze there. Lands onto 3 of them. Tidal Wave knocks them both up. Depth, though, looking pretty low here. Can she get out of this one in one piece? Looks like she barely will, but Mystic Shot from Ezreal may claim a kill if he uses that arcane shift. But meanwhile, Mythos pushing through the bottom lane here. Blue's going to do something about that, but I don't think Mex Hunter's going to be enough here to solo him.
Yes, it was pretty good shockwave earlier by Orianna, trying to keep Cassiopeia at bay from using her
Petrifying Gaze.
Petrifying Gaze. I was just going to say ulti because CBF. Yeah, so she was keeping it back with using her command shockwave.
Ooh, didn't quite land the Acro Prism there, but Jinxie pretty damn low here. There goes the culling, but Arcane Shift over the wall, but no Arcane Shift available for Karma, and that's going to be a kill there, but here comes Nasus here, moving in, but 1v3, doesn't want to gate onto that.
No, he does not want to. It'd be quite devastating on him. Since now, he's just started getting ahead and got a lot of farms, so if they shut down that Nasus, there's a lot of damage potential lost on the red team. A lot of cooldowns. I believe only Orianna's got her ulti up right now, so this is a good time for Lucian to take their middle inhibitor. Sorry, middle turret.
Yeah, but here comes the rest of the team here to party. That's going to force the retreat there, but meanwhile, you know, that top turret is looking like a little bit low here. But with Mrs. back there, he should be fine. You can't really push that there. I mean, both Adept and Mex Hunter, they're not exactly very tough champions. Against, like, you know, the Wither, the Siphon Strike, it can really sort of burst them down and make them want to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, it was just the Mystic Shot, then True Shot Barrage fired off by Ezreal to help defend that top lane, so it wasn't going to push.
Oh, Wongza getting caught by all of the CC here, but he's pretty damn tanky. Actually going in, and the Tidal Wave knocks them up, but again, no real follow-up there. You don't want to burn those ults if you can't follow it up for a kill, because they didn't exactly need to use it to survive there. Wonga going back in here, but into a shroom will slow them down. And Acro Prism knocks her up into the air. Can get a kill? Cocoon as well. Nice combo, but now Bad Luck is out of luck and mana. But Adept is getting pretty low here. Salt and Battery knocks her up though. Wonga once again taken. That's going to be a nice petrifying gaze onto Jinx. Flashes over the Acro Prism, but gets taken out here. Nephis on the run, but gets out of that one.
Cassiopeia doing a fabulous job getting everyone with that petrifying gaze. That Vi ate a lot of CC that team fight then. She got every single cocoon landed on her, every Aqua Prison, and her team did a good job with keeping up the damage every time they landed some CC onto Vi or Karma. I believe Karma only got petrifying gazed and she just died not long after.
Exactly, yeah. What's kind of interesting is, like, we have a lot of armor. Like, Wangza has... She's pretty tanky. She does have Spirit of the Ancient Golem. She does have the Ninja Tabai and the Locket of the Iron Solari. So a lot of armor, which isn't exactly what she needs here.
No.
Because, I mean, it's going to help her against the Lucian, but that's basically it.
Yeah, there's no other kind of physical damage coming off except for, like, Teemo's auto attacks. But that's as far as I believe it'll go. But Teemo's just going to fight this dog right now.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Wither slowing him down. Spirit Fire is doing a lot of damage because he can't really escape the Spirit Fire for quite some time. And then look at that. I mean, you know, Nasus, he trades and then he just lifesteals. He also has the Spirit Visage or Visage or whatever the hell it's called. So it gives him more lifesteal than normal and magic resist on his Merc Treads. Teemo ain't gonna shred him anytime soon.
No, and there's a lot of magical damage coming out of the blue team as well, as we stated previously. That Nasus is that should be enough magic resist as well. He's got his Merc Treads. It's more tenacity. All their CC they can use to try to shut him down. It's just gonna be kind of wasted because it won't really get that full duration. Plus, he's got a lot of health. He's looking quite powerful right now. He's getting some good stacks up. He isn't really interested in killing Teemo as we saw previously, so he just wants them stacks. He wants his Q to hit harder. That's all I believe Nasus wants now.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Nasus really carry these team fights. He just runs in, withers someone, you can't focus him, and that wither target will just get bursted down by the rest of the team. But a bit of engagement here. Trisha Barrage goes in, finds Bad Luck, and there goes that Assault and Battery Tidal Wave, go down the line, and look at that petrifying gaze. That was fantastic. And there goes the Shurelius for the disengage there. Bad Luck looking pretty low here. Can she repel out of this one though? Doesn't look like she can. A Cocoon will land, but Mythos can take her out. Nithis gets that one though.
Yeah, so it's just I need it, bro. But it doesn't matter. Ezreal is got he scales very well with gold. But yeah, while red team takes this dragon, it looks like Teemo's on top trying to desperately get a turret, but I don't believe he'll get it.
He got one, didn't he?
Oh, he got the first one a while ago, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, Nasus Mythidus just coming back to defend against Mex Hunter. He's just gonna get attacked by this turret. Will Nasus fight be able to get him? It doesn't really matter. Nasus is not cared.
Oh, no, it's not Australia's. It's Talisman of Ascension, and so basically it's like a new support item. I'm not sure what it builds off of, but it does give you like sort of gold over time. But look at that, Yingsing running into the brush there, and that's gonna be a kill with the slow and the speed with Adept with the blue buff.
That's a lot of DPS coming out of Adept. That you can see how the Twin Fang was every 0.5 seconds she was just throwing it out, and it's nice to watch these a good Cassiopeia play. She hasn't died this entire game, and she's got a blue buff. Blue buff Cassiopeia is very scary.
She does have the passive that kind of reduces the mana cost of consecutive abilities.
Yeah.
But still, it's not enough. You do still shred through mana if you don't have mana items. And she does have, you know, that Tear the Goddess. She might be going for Arcanas, I'm not really sure, having that blasting wand there. But also though, Red will lose this inner turret here in the middle lane. They just don't have the poke potential to trade that off. But actually, there we go. That's going to be Nasus into the teleport, but the tidal wave will knock them back up there. Wonga's pretty low, and Mythos is by himself. The front line, the culling is ripping through him, but there's just so much tank it won't even matter. Inframoon picks that one up there. Adept running for his life. Essence Flux didn't quite pick up the kill. It was damn close though.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. They all get baited out. I'm just noticing this try Leandre's Torment. They can poke and then it just burns them. And since they're stacking health because it's all just magic burst damage, it doesn't really matter because it's doing more damage because of these Leandre's Torments. I've just started to notice like why they're so strong. There's a lot of dots coming out from both Teemo, Cassiopeia, and Elise. So I think it's kind of strong. We might be seeing this kind of like percentage health meta they're forcing them to pretty much build health.
Oh, Moon going in here, looking quite strong. And it gets the kill onto Nephis here. Barrier makes keep him alive, but Wonga goes in, flashes over the wall, and pops that Shirelia's. And look, Wonga has to Vault Breaker over the wall to retreat. Bad luck. Might get a Cocoon here. Doesn't look like she has it available though.
No, Red want to get kills, but they don't want to risk it too much. They have potential to come ahead. They've only got one turret, so there's a small amount of gold gone to them, while Blue's staggering ahead on about 5k. But they need, as I was saying, sorry, Blue is just forcing them to go into the health meta because they've just got so much burst. And then they got these Leandres, and it just burns their health even more because of the Leandres, so it's...
Is it true damage or is it magic damage?
It's current health.
Damage over time effect. I don't know. So I'm not sure if that's just negated by it. I think it is though, but bad luck. Oh, the Shockwave knocks her up there. That's going to be easy kill. Adept isn't looking too good here. Tidal Wave will knock them back for now. And the Acro Prism. Nice combo there. But I will Jinx you, slowing her down and starting. Petrifying Gaze only hit Wonga. Pop the Shirelias again, but I don't think they can get out of this one in one piece here. The chasing potential is quite good from Red. Acro Prism, that's a nice prison there. Adept may be able to get out of here. Miasma is slowing down Wongza, but she just isn't looking good right now. And that Noxious Blast will speed her up. Another Miasma for the slow here. This is some fantastic supporting. Adapt, make it out of this one. Another Acro Prism. I will Jinx you, goes in there, and there we go. That's going to be the shutdown finally there. Champloo trying her hardest, landing every Aqua Prism.
Such a good job by Nami there, just trying the best to save her friend, but I getting caught out again. Moon picking that up easily. He's full health, double buffed, he's ready to rock and roll. And the red team is looking quite weak, about all half health except for Mythidus. It was a good team fight to Red there, but they stayed a little bit too long, unfortunately. If
Adept survived that would have been so freaking cool.
That would have been pretty cool. It was just such good supporting again.
It was like the Acro Prism was like over the tree line. Like it was nuts.
As they came to damage, she used her the barrier from Archmage's staff, and the
what?
Archmage on Cassiopeia. She's got the tier and upgrades.
Oh, Sephram's Ember. That's a new item, I think.
It's I think a new item back from like early this season.
I didn't even know that existed. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, there you go. Upgrades from Archangel's Staff. Cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty handy item. It gives half your mana as a barrier. So.
Oh, so like Blitzcrank's mana shield.
Essentially, yes.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, it was used that fight. So if you noticed her health bar, she just like popped it when she was very low.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I wasn't sure where that shield actually was there because obviously it wasn't barrier. It was like a white shield as opposed to the gold shield of barrier. But anyway, so let's go back to like the items here. And we also see a Mikhail's Crumble from Nami, and I really like that. That's going to be fantastic because that will negate the Wither.
Yep.
And that is going to be sort of what the red team are relying on, is withering down one of these targets. And then without the escape, they can just kind of jump on them and kill him. But Mikhail's Crumble will cancel out that Wither, so that could be very, very effective there. It also gives him a little bit of a heal. Not exactly a lot, but it's a bit of a nice buffer there.
I'm really curious, can Vi ulti someone and then it be like Mikhailed away?
Oh, I don't think so.
You don't
I don't know.
Okay, so it's definitely going to get rid of that Wither, like stopping someone getting withered down, essentially, like Lucian.
Oh, I will Jinx gets caught by the Cocoon. Shockwave goes in, and look at the Petrifying Gaze there. True Shot Bro didn't find a mark. The Culling, though, is hitting every target, but Wonga just has too much armor for that to matter. Moon goes back in, though, and look, Mex Hunter is slowing down Mythos, I think, but does get slowed by the Wither himself.
Yes, red team should not be fighting without Nasus at the moment. That was very sloppy engage. It was unfortunately, it was actually a catch out there as Karma came out of the brush. It was just a cocoon straight to her face.
Yeah, there's no minions here to push this in a turret. And yeah, in both of these two team fights, we've seen Moon, his culling, pretty much lands every mark, but actually Adept may get caught by the Assault and Battery there. A bit of a shield there. Will it be enough though? Adept looking pretty low here, gets taken out by Wongza, and now Wongza gets taken out by Bad Luck Brian. Who's going to be next? Will it be Moon getting caught by the Wither? And Moon is trying to get a lot of shields. Evan Floyd giving a bit more health there. Champloo made the ultimate sacrifice there. Mythos looking pretty low as well, but actually Moon got taken out himself by Ezreal. Nephis maybe next here. Mex Hunter's looking pretty low, gets taken out there. Bad Luck Brian repelling over the wall. Can't get out of this one. The tether was sort of slowing her down, but gets the cocoon, so couldn't chase that one. Speed boost there, and that's going to be a dead spider.
Bad luck, Brad Tuck, and it's also his name, so that was unfortunate for Blue. They had a kind of good engage, but they're all quite loath. Ezreal getting over that wall, but If you notice in that team fight, Teemo did not auto-attack very much. He didn't drop any shrooms, so pretty much all his items, all that attack speed, just negated because he went inside the red brush and tried pulling some attention to him, and only Ezreal came to fight him, but it didn't matter because Red was still doing a lot of damage to the rest of the team while Teemo just sat there and done nothing, essentially. As Ezreal came to fight him, he just flashed over that wall. Ezreal followed and finished off Lucian not long after, and then followed up killing Teemo, and then joined in with the rest of the fight, and by the time it was a 3v4, and it went into Red's favor, so it was very sloppy there.
Yeah, I also think that blue team didn't really have any of their ults available.
They used it quite previously.
Yeah, in that first sort of engagement where that they caught out, I think it was Wongza. So getting the dragon though will definitely make up for that, as the gold is pretty much even here.
Yeah.
I mean, 47 to 48,000, but now 48,500 for blue with that dragon. So that's going to be quite nice. A pretty even game so far. I just think what's going to happen, I think Teemo is just going to scale out. I just think he's really not contributing much in these team fights. And so, I mean, looking fine early game, but when it comes to these late game team fights, it's just more important than ever is having every sort of member of the team just be able to contribute as much as they can to the team fight.
All you can really do is pull Nasus to an objective, like the other side of the map, and then come join into the 4v5 into the mid, and that's what we're trying to see him do right now. Lucian's not there, so Red believe they're in power right now. It's a 4v3 in middle lane, but if Teemo comes and joins that, and Lucian too, it's going to be really devastating. While Nasus is still stuck at bottom and Red's
Here we go. This is going to be engagement here. There's the does have the tidal wave. That maybe. Oh, Wonga gets caught though. That's going tidal wave. Come on, where is it? Acroprism knocks up Wonga, I think. Look, Wonga's going to get taken out by the team. Shockwave didn't quite find the mark there. That's a nice petrifying gaze. That's going to get the kill onto Karma here. Ezreal being caught down by bad luck. Nasus has finally joined the party here, but by himself. Bit of a bad situation to be, and he's trying to do what he can. But it won't be enough unless he will drag them away from the towers, but maybe not. Blue, I think they're going to go for the tower, which would be a good move.
Yes, it was. Nasus coming, I think, he teleported to that brush right into middle lane, right near the rivers. I think he should have came near the Wraith brush and come and joined and pushed up from his team to force them to either fight him or go for the turret. But it was, as I was saying before, it was that 4v5 just ambush on them, and they get that inhibitor, and that's very good for the blue team. Nasus just unfortunate, wrong teleporting to the ward.
Yeah, I think the issue there was, I mean, that there wasn't the shockwave onto Wonga. She went in with that assault and battery, but there was no shockwave follow-up. The shockwave later on was pretty terrible. It didn't really do much there. Mythos getting caught here, taken out. Red buff will slow him down for now, but actually, Teemo gets taken out in the top lane, top jungle.
Yeah, I think he got spotted out from the ward. They just followed him, and yep, Mythos is also getting taken out. But yeah, he just couldn't join it. He came to the wrong ward. He had to select few between that one and the Wraith brush, and I think Red might want to go for a Baron right now or try to pull something risky. But
it is a 4v4 for now. Wonga, though, incredibly caught out of position here. True-Shot Barrage was quite nice. Tidal Wave going in actually doesn't find its mark. Nethys gets knocked up, but didn't really matter as Blue team were too far away to make use of that. And now Blue are pretty much all on half of their HP. Red is a little bit more distributed. Wong's are looking pretty low. But it looks as though they want to back off, get some more health up before going to another team fight. And look, I think that it was a bit of definitely a victory there for Blue. They got the inhib, as you said, and the gold. But I think if Red just does a solid team fight, if they're all there, they combo their CC, I think Red can really win this team fight.
In saying that, Blue can also try to do the exact same tactic again, pull Nasus to a side lane. His teleport now is on cooldown, and just maybe try to remove all the wards in that area and force him to teleport or even stay in that lane. So they might even give him a choice between like another like turret, maybe the turret up top or something. I don't know what they're trying to do, but I believe that'd be a solid strategy if Blue try to pull that off.
Yeah, that's true. It's sort of hard to make Teemo work, and that's probably the best bet.
Yep.
Because he's very mobile, he can sort of split push. He has his move quick, so he can get back into a team fight pretty fast. He's got his shroom, so it means that if like Nasus tries to follow him, he's going to get slowed down by the shroom. So yeah, I don't know if that's sort of like why they picked Teemo, but it's definitely what they need to do to make him work here.
Yeah, so you're seeing him, he's split pushing bottom, it's pulling Nasus down bottom, and I think Blue may even come up to top. And that Nasus is the other side of the map. He's got, and see Teemo's backing off again. See, and Blue may come to like ambush into middle, or Teemo's just gonna stick there and
Yeah.
get some free gold.
That being said, though, he is looking pretty strong. 252 CS. That is the most in the game. So in all this time that he's sort of like split pushing and whatnot, he's farming very strong. So it may even get to the stage where he just has so much items that he's just doing incredible amounts of damage. But until then, we'll have to see how well he pays off. Nass is moving in now, but we'll get out of range of the Wither, which is very important. But actually, they're going for Baron?
I believe they are, and also Teemo cannot join it. Nasus's teleport is also down, but if Teemo comes and join it, he is very low on mana, so he cannot deal out.
But I think Red needs Nasus more than Blue need Teemo. That's going to be the Dragon there, Baron there. Blue to getting out with this smite, going for the engage here. Tidal Wave a little bit too far back, didn't land its mark there onto any of it. Wonga once again goes in by herself, nowhere to run. Vault Breaker, oh there we go, over the wall. Didn't know she could do that, but Infermoon on the chase with the Relentless Pursuit, popping the culling for that one.
Positioning there by Lucian, just getting that culling in, getting the blazers in as well.
Yeah, there's no Adept versus Yongsun. Oh, misses that Petrifying Gate. Shockwave knocks her up. It's probably going to be a kill here. Yongsun may get burned by the poison, but Infermoon going to pick that one up. Champloo takes it.
At least Oriana got something out of nothing there. At least getting that kill into Adept. She's got a lot of damage coming out. That Shockwave doing a lot. Command attack followed by auto attack after auto attack. Quite powerful on Oriana at the moment. She has finished her death cap, her void stuff, and her Grail. Grail's always been finished, but that void stuff's going to be quite strong. There's no kind of magic resist coming out onto Cassiopeia, so it's merely doing pure damage or true damage to everyone else.
Yeah, and I think Infermoon is going to be just incredibly powerful now. He's always Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, Trident first, another BF sword. So he's going to have a lot of armor shred now with that Last Whisper, which is quite nice. Because, as we said before, the cullings weren't really as effective because of the armor on Wongza and Mythos, which is where they've been landing pretty much the entire time. It's very hard to sort of land the culling on those squishy members of the team. But if you can, it'll be incredibly powerful.
Yeah, he just needs good positioning, staying with his team, and his team has a lot of lockup. They also pull a lot of pressure because they do a lot of damage, while Lucian only does one kind of damage, and he's usually at the back. And I thought a surrender was happening from Red. The cam just scrolled towards the Nexus. Was like, oh, that was very lackluster game. But yeah, Lucian very powerful, quite farmed, and Teemo also on the same paths.
Like the gold lead is still there for Blue. They're looking pretty strong, 64,000 against 56, so 8k gold lead. But as I said, I mean, Red, if they get a nice team fight, I think they can win this pretty hard here. Like it's going to be very easy for Adept to completely flop and just miss a Petrifying Gaze, and that's going to be a huge issue there for Blue if that Petrifying Gaze isn't solid. So it's going to be kind of hard to land. And then other than that, that's only the real sort of like AoE damage they sort of have, AoE CC, apart from Tidal Wave, which isn't really damage, that's just all the knock-up.
Well, Tidal Wave into Petrifying Gaze is perfect. Everyone gets
basically, look at that. Mythos getting pretty low. There goes the Petrifying Gaze, I believe.
That was used just then. It was, and that's a good window of opportunity for Red. It could even be baited out because Blue do have Dragon and Baron, and that Baron buff is actually very powerful. It can just be like game changing. So Red have to be quite on the defensive, looking to defend their bottom inner turrets. So it's yeah, I'd like to see how this unfolds. I believe it's in Red's advantage since everyone's on higher health right now compared to the blue side.
Yeah, but that's going to be that inner turret taken out pretty damn fast. See, they really wanted to kill Mythos here, because once they do, then they can just snowball through the team. Wonga gets a fair bit of damage, though. Infermoon having a lot of damage. There goes a Shockwave! That's a nice Shockwave, and there goes a Tidal Wave full of disengage here. But will it be enough? Wonga moving in, gets a couple of kills here. Blue team are definitely not looking too strong here. Infermoon trying to make something happen, but he can't, because Nephis jumps in. But look at the damage, the Cullen gets the kill onto that one. Repel onto Mythos. He's going to get that one. Double kill there for Infermoon. Wongza gets taken out. Infermoon falling out of control here. Triple kill. And now that inhib isn't looking too strong right now.
Oh, that was such a lovely Shockwave, and it just got thrown away. What? Elise! Go for the Elise! They were trying to chase that Lucian, but couldn't get him. And Elise was just damaging everyone else, and she has that that Guardian's Angel, which pulls a lot of pressure off your back, because why are we going to kill someone when they're just going to come back to life? But I believe they should try to do some pressure against that.
Man, that Infinity Edge, the damage here from Infermoon, he's nuts, he's mobile, he has the damage, it's just such crazy there. I mean, looking at Nephis in comparison, I mean, what does he have? He has True Shot Barrage to long distance farm.
That's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
It's nothing when you got someone who can throw out an ability which can hit every single member of your team, then auto attack, that could be a crit, and then a multiplied again and again from the Infinity Edge and the Triforce, followed out by another spell, another auto attack which has also got the exact same implications on it before and could crit, so it's a lot more damage compared to Ezreal's long range poking. So also he's got that decent gap close which removes all slows, so that gets rid of Nathus's Wither. There's no need to like Crucible Lucian because he has that the Relentless Pursuit, which removes all slows, so it's very powerful against this team when there's no hard CC except for Vi, essentially.
Yeah, and with that being said, Nephis isn't too bad here either. He does have a fair bit of damage, 357. He's got his Triforce, he's got his Bloodthirster, his Muramana? It's like the old Manamune. Hexringer, so he's not definitely weak by any means, but I just think he's going to be overshadowed by Lucian here, as we basically saw in that engagement. Yeah,
well, Lucian's pretty much nearly finished his build. I think his last will be a Guardian's Angel, but yeah, Ezreal is one item down. He has an unbuilt Hex Drinker, which is turning into a Maw of Mortius. And that's some nice dancing there. I think I love that skin by Vi. It's underrated.
It's very colourful, very bright. Yeah. And so we have the entire blue team here, while Nasus is split pushing, and that's just so deadly because Red really need the Nasus there. Adept actually doing a fair bit of damage with the command attack, still has that shockwave available. Again,
pretty good for Red.
More harassment over the wall, which is quite nice because Blue is losing these towers now. There goes the inner one. The inhib turret may be next, but will there be the engage here from Blue? They're trying to make something happen. There goes the inhib turret. Inhib will surely be next, and Nasus is actually recalling. He wants to join, and there we go. Wongs are going in. Wizard Barry, Shockwave completely missed. Hex Drinker gets caught, but there goes the Zhonya's and Tidal Wave knocking him up into the air. Petrifying Gaze is quite nice there. The culling doing a fair bit of damage in the back lines. Wongza goes in here, and so everyone's still alive so far. Look at the cocoon though. Oh, Jinxu gets bursted down from that cocoon, and now Red has to go back to base, get the health back up, try and save these Nexus turrets.
Every time Lucian uses culling, his team also disengages at the right times to bait out the red team to actually come towards the culling. So it's well coordinated by this
here we go. Depp may get caught here. Siphon Strike and the Wither, just too much for Depp to take care of that. Bad luck's pretty low, but has the GA still in one piece. Yongsung may get caught. Moon dodging these abilities best as he can. Acrobrism knocks up Nephis here, but the peeling of Moon is going to be very crucial. It is now a 3-for-4. Wongza going back in with the home guard boost. Moon may get caught, but Champlu is looking pretty great with those nice Acroprisms. Bad luck getting caught there, but can just get away from that. It's hard to land those Mystic shots because of those Spiderlings.
Yeah, the Spiderlings soak up a lot of skill shots when they're thrown at you, but yeah, I think Ezreal did a pretty good job. His Mystic shots are hitting really hard with that Muramana. Level up the 4% mana
and the Triforce.
Sorry, and the Triforce. So I'm not sure if the Triforce is on. It's on hit. So yeah, you actually get the So you just have to so you have to actually just throw out like your Essence Flux and then get a hit a Mystic shot, and that's gonna half health chunk. It was chunking Lucian earlier, so and that's a Baron straight to blue, uncontested.
Because the Mystic shot will proc the Triforce, and it'll also impact the Triforce. So
it will.
Yeah, so that's why Triforce is a fantastic item on Ezreal, because it just means that those Mystic shots are very powerful. It's going to be like what 200% of the damage onto that the Mystic shot. So that's sort of the one thing Ezreal has. He has that nice poke. But in the late game, like, poking isn't as important as it sort of is in the mid game.
No, and his siege potential is quite... Oh, he's not too bad with the team, but compared to a Lucian can get that. Just take turrets crazy, because he gets that on hit onto turrets as well, I'm sure, through his passive. And he is looking very fierce with his Guardian's Angel. Man. Full built Lucian.
That's scary.
Yeah, he has a lot of damage. You see him fighting Wongza, and he half healths Wongza quite easily.
Dragon has respawned, but I think they just want to get these turrets. I mean, red team definitely on the back foot. 80,000 against 69,000 here. And so, a bit of a ghost barrier. But look at the positioning from blue. It's all over the place. They need to group up. Yes. They can't go in and sort of this really weird concave that they have right now. Wongs are charging up the Vault Breaker, but won't be able to land it just in time. The inhib is getting focused here, and looks as though they will get taken down. There goes the Wither onto Adept. but no follow-up. You don't want to burn these abilities with no follow-up in mind.
No, Red are really trying to defend these, but they can't. Blue has enough poke to just pull them away and then just poke at the inhibitors. That's 2 gone already.
Mex Hunter gets slowed there by that width. I think I called him Hex Drinker once.
Yeah, that's alright. It's pretty close.
But now the Nexus turrets will be next here. That's going to be no Acro Prism, Salt and Battery, Tidal Wave, and the Shockwave. Look at that Wombo ripping through the Bleed team, but Petrifying Gaze and the culling the fair bit damage. Now Mythos doesn't even care. He's so damn tanky, and that's going to be a couple of kills here. Bad Luck popping the GA, and so does M for Moon. And once he respawns, Mythos is going to get taken down here, and he should be fine for now. But actually, just kidding, because the Siphon Strike shot him down. Shampoo is getting the hell out of there, but Wither will slow him down. Acro Prism, though, will it be enough? Shampoo has no damage, and that's going to be ace for the red team, 4 for 0.
That's some good utility from Orianna there. That was amazing. I mean. That's good. Red getting that great team fight under their inhibitor turrets like they wanted. Blue just aced, and Red looking to push down mid, possibly getting some inhibs right now, but Orianna did a perfect job throwing out the command protect onto Nasus whenever he could, so he could take out the Lucian Nami combo. That's so good.
The Siphon Strike. Look at the Siphon Strike of Nasus here. He has... What is it? Look at the damage. So he's got 110, plus 162, plus 690 on the Triforce for that 200% damage. Basically, that's what happened to M for Moon. He respawned with a GA, and I was like, oh, he's going to be fine. Nope. Siphon Strike. There goes your Lucian. What you got now?
Nothing.
And the rest of the team just sort of failed. They really need M for Moon. And Mythos is just so damn powerful. Again, he caught pretty much the entirety of the culling, but he just wasn't even, didn't even care because he just has so much tankiness. 291 armor. I mean, M for Moon has the last wizard, but it's not enough. 40% of 300. It's still a lot of armor left over.
If someone hits for 1.5k on you with their Q, and then they just lifesteal that back, it doesn't really matter how much damage you're dealing to them. You really need to ignite the Nasus, or you need something.
Exhaust.
Yeah, anything.
Blinding Dart would be nice, but it's hard to land, hard to prioritize. Also, you do want to sort of Blinding Dart on Nephis, because he's going to be a real machine here as well. 440 and 33 AD with that More of the Mortals finally popped. That's going to be a full item set there. Last Whisper as well. Merc Treads for that tenacity. So, red team definitely on the back foot, but again, they do have this team fight potential, and now with the GA on Nasus here, Mythos is going to be so ridiculously beastly, and he's only going to get more and more powerful when he gets more and more Siphon Strike stacks. But there's only one inhib left, and if they get all 3 inhibs, double minions are going to keep them back in their base for a long time, but Mythos is moving out here.
Yeah, I think he's trying to pull some pressure, get Blue.
Here we go, the Siphon Strike will hit him. It's going to be very powerful. He'll get slowed there by that Shroom, but actually may get caught. The Acro Prism slowing him down for now. Does have GA still and runs out of there. So keep in mind, M for Moon has no GA. Bad Luck has no GA, but look at the red team. Mythos has his. So definitely looking pretty strong for red team at the moment. But again, the super minions keep them on the back foot for quite some time. Wong's up charging up with the BV, locks onto M for Moon. This could be deadly. The Acro Prism didn't quite find the mark here, and there we go. Look at that Petrifying Gaze slowing them. Oh, Jinx, even cripple the Wongs that gets focused hard here. Shockwave knocks them both up. Tidal Wave missed completely. Mythos is just soloing the team here. Adet has his own through, but should get taken out by that command attack there. And now that is a 1v0 so far. The culling being popped doesn't quite land onto Ying Song.
Red team have to disengage because those minions are coming to the turrets. But that went really good for Red. They got rid of that Adept, and she had us a lot of damage. It was Orianna doing a lot of that command attack everywhere. Command protects, command dissonance. That Shockwave only getting 2, but Zhonya'd straight after from Teemo. It was, unfortunately.
That Nexus turret almost died. That was damn close. If red team disengaged probably 5 seconds later, that would have been Nexus turret. And that is a huge blow because they don't respawn. They heal. They go up to full health, but they won't respawn, obviously. So it makes it incredibly easy to backdoor, especially with like a Teemo. You can backdoor pretty damn well here. And so it's going to be a matter of time. Like next team fight, we should see the GA restored on both M for Moon and our Elise here. Bad Luck, Bad Truck. But that should even things out here. I mean, also, look at the BVs. Banshee's Veil on Ying Song. and Wongza. So actually, they may have this late game. The inhibs, they've all respawned. There are no more super minions on the way. Red team may have a nice comeback as Mex Hunter may get caught here. Vault Breaker should get the kill, dodges it though, but move quick won't be quick enough, and now 73-second respawn timer.
It's quite devastating. It's going to be a 4v5 this late in the game. You do not want that. Red has just opened up Red's opened up a window to get some free gold on this map and look to push out. All the inhibitors have respawned just earlier, and they have some time to like get this game. They just need one more team fight. I think Baron is coming up very shortly.
A 4v5 Baron fight is not going to be good for the blue team here.
No, but they've got to fight. If they lose that Baron to red team, they've taken it away.
No, they can't win a 4v5. I want to see them disengage here. I don't want to see them go for this Baron.
Well, since they got the Leandres, they can really poke it out and hopefully try and make something out of nothing and delay it as best they can until this Teemo's up. It's another 30 more seconds, and blue don't look like they want this at all. They're just letting this go.
Yeah, they're going for it. They are warded though. Blue team got to be careful. If they get caught by a wither, that could be the end here. They're trying to harass here, and they may do a fair bit of damage. Acroprism knocking them up, but the Baron looks like it will get taken here. Red team gets it with the smite, and blue, hopefully, they're trying to, I think, split push this. There goes the tidal wave, knocks them up. Bad luck will get taken out through the G. Actually, maybe not flashes over the Baron bit, but look at the speed boost here. That's going to be a kill. Bad luck. Actually, maybe not repelling over the wall, and meanwhile, they're actually getting these inhibs. Incredible play here from blue team, but will it be enough? Look, I think they're trying to buy time. Champloo may get taken out. She's the support though, popping that assault and battery, and the Shirelles, they're just trying to buy time.
Yeah, he really does not want his team to die.
Do you see the Shockwave completely missed? So now Shockwave and Assault and Battery are on cooldown. Champloo got taken out, but trading the support for those ults, I mean, that could definitely pay off.
Yeah, they also just try to open up that mid, just get the inhib. They removed Elise to keep them at Baron Pit a bit longer, just so Cassiopeia and Lucian could come up mid lane and get that quick inhib. And then...
Powering up the Vault Breaker, repels over the wall. They're trying to backstab it. They're trying to backdoor it.
This is all they can do.
It may actually pay off here. I mean, there's the turrets, the inhib red, they're mass recalling. They aren't messing around here. They don't want to take a chance. They want to play it safe. Incredible play from blue, but I would jinx, she gets caught by bad luck. She is pretty fast with the speed boost there. That Inspire, but so is Elise with the repel.
Yes.
This is just crazy play here.
This is very interesting. It's just like pulling pressure to different parts of the map, and then like, no, quick, get the inhib. All right, it's just like hit and run tactics. Blue has to pull out right. And it's working because they're forcing them to use the mobility. It's like, no, blue wants red to go to their points they want them, and red is pretty much falling for it because they need to defend these inhibitors. Their Nexus turrets are now vulnerable because these inhibitors have been removed, and they can't push out very far because Teemo can just come in and get some damage on Lucian, I believe, can also take out those turrets very quickly. So red cannot push out if someone's meal.
They've lost 2 inhib turrets, and now the entire team has respawned. Teemo is clearing up this bottom lane, which is quite nice here. And we actually do see 2 Randuins from the red team, both Nasus and Vi here. That's going to be quite nice at slowing down the team, especially Lucian. But he still does have the dash. I mean, you're going to slow his movement speed, but he can just dash. So it's going to be hard to lock them down. Randuins is quite nice, and I think everyone's pretty much completing their items here.
Yeah, we've got seeing a big full build coming out from every champion on the map, essentially. We've got Orianna with picking up a Rylays as well, so it's a lot of damage, a lot of slowing potential. Command attacks will now slow. It's a lot more damage. It's interesting if she gets rid of her Banshee Veils and get probably like a Leandres, and see that burn damage, which the blue team's been using very effectively mid-game against the red team. So that could come into play, and it's all grouping up down bottom lane.
This next team fight could well and truly decide the game here.
Yes.
It's either man's game at this stage. Everyone has a GAs, I'm pretty sure. Apart from Elise doesn't. Yep. So that may be the turning factor. But I think it's going to come down to positioning. Who can land the ult? Who can land the CC? Can blue team peel? Can Amphamoon carry? So the stakes are pretty high. It's getting pretty intense here. Teemo trying to backdoor here, trying to make something happen, split up the team, but Nephis jumps on him. disengaging for now. I mean, look at the positioning here. This could definitely backfire for Blue if they're that split up. And actually, Wongza going in. Adept burning the flash. That's huge. She needs the flash for that petrifying gaze. Mex Hunter getting a little bit caught there. Ezreal is actually pretty good at chasing, and there we go. Wongza going in. This may be the start here. Wongza lets that assault battery, and she'll be taking out Tidal Wave, knocking them back up. Bad luck jumping onto Ying's Sun. Adept picks up that one, and now Mythos in the front line, carrying through the team, but he's caught in 3v1. There goes his GA, and meanwhile in the top here, Mex Hunter and Mythos are battling out, but Mythos gets taken out, and that should be the end of Blue team here. Ying's on I Will Jinx You will try the hardest shockwave. That's a nice shockwave. Moon looking pretty low here. Has a GA though. I Will Jinx You is going to get taken out there. The double kill, and maybe even a triple for Moon. Yingson is going to be next, and now Nefis isn't looking too strong here. He's by himself. 2 next attacks are up, but I think this is going to be the end.
I believe this is the end as well. That was unfortunate. Red was doing such a good job in defending against this pressure poke kind of comp they were using. They were using Teemo up top lane to pull pressure onto the inhibitor and like trying to attack these Nexus turrets and run away. And then just they all, Nasus and Via all storming down bottom while disengaging, and Lucian using the culling, or Nami getting his Aqua Prisons out, landing him and just devastating everyone's health bar. And then it became a 3v4 and a 3v1 and then 4v1 against Nasus down bottom, so it just wrecked him. And Orianna was nowhere near to be seen. She was trying to help Ezreal up top against Mex Hunter.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of pressure pull, and it was unfortunately he needed Orianna versing more people than the 1v2 situation. So
exactly, Wongza and Mythos, they went in, but they just didn't have enough damage. They really needed Orianna and Ezreal. They just weren't there. They were fighting Teemo, so that Teemo pick actually paid off.
It was just, hey, it's Teemo, let's fight him. And that's pretty much what Blue used to their advantage. It's like, hey, if Teemo's up top, look how easy he is to kill. And they'll just try get people who they don't want to be fighting, like that Nasus, or versing a whole Orianna, and make him fight this Teemo. And
because if they just left Teemo, he may have even got the Nexus turrets.
Yeah,
he could have just backdoored it pretty hard, because I mean the team fight was way down here. Teemo could have just got the turret if they just left him. So incredible game there. That team fight definitely could have easily gone to red team had they had a bit better positioning. But blue team, that were the reason why the positioning sucked, because they abused it. So look, intense game, close until the end. 101,000 gold.
it's a lot of gold.
I don't think I've seen that much before.
I've seen it once.
Well, not that I've casted at least myself. So that'll wrap this one up. Until next time, I am Oni's Machine of the General's Gentleman.
I'm Scwizmar from Qdal, and thanks for watching, guys.
Alrighty, be sure to like the General's Gentleman Facebook page to keep up with our content. And fare thee well.